questions I ask every time. So tell us something about one of your real estate markets that most people wouldn't know.
Most people wouldn't know Amarillo. That's where I was in. That doesn't mean I would go back there, but I was in Amarillo, Texas. Oh, and Oxford, Ohio, too.
What would make that market special? Why was it a good deal? Or even just something interesting about Amarillo?
Well, the interesting thing about Amarillo was we were able to buy a property at a cap rate that was reasonable. Everybody was, Dallas was, at 4 caps, and I think we were able to buy at a 5 or something. And we, I think maybe we bought it. Did we buy it at a 6 and sell it at a 5? Something like that. It was an opportunity, but it would take a lot longer to explain my feelings about small markets, but there's advantages and disadvantages.
Fair enough, but definitely some advantages, particularly in these compressed cap rates that we're experiencing now. Yeah. Tell us some advice that you would give your younger self.
My younger self, start earlier. Get buy more earlier. I didn't get into this business until I was my mid 50s. So definitely I'd say, get into the business, learn the business a lot earlier.
What is the best real estate advice you've ever heard?
The best advice that I've heard, or that I also give, is to find somebody that is doing what you want to do and find a way to be of service to them, how to help them out, how to be around smarter, more experienced people than yourself and learn from them.
Okay, so real estate is also a place where we have a lot of dodgy advice going around. What's the worst real estate advice you've ever heard?
The worst real estate advice? Just to jump in with all your money and put all your money onto deals. I personally don't like the idea of investing in small properties such as single family homes, duplexes, far away from where you live. Typically the profit on those is very small. If anything goes wrong, you could be at risk. So I know people that have been successful doing that, but I don't like that advice. I don't like doing that.
All right, cool. Let's take a nod to the randomness of the universe. And I have a set of random question cards. Just tell me when to stop cutting the deck. And this is going to be something crazy. It's going to be off the wall.
Okay, stop.
All right. Whoa, whoa, whoa. Are you mentally or physically tougher?
Oh, wow. That's a tough one, because I would say physically now, because I bike every other day. I put in about 27, 28 miles every other day, and I'm in pretty good shape.
Love it.
Yeah. Mentally, I have to work on. I have to work on motivation.
Name a book that's helped to forge you as a leader and as an entrepreneur, and why?
A leader and an entrepreneur. Well, I mean, of course, we all saw Rich Dad Poor Dad, which got me on my path. But the E-Myth I found was very important. It helped me think about how I can systematize things and better run my business.
Love it. I got another recommendation for the ebook this week from Kenton, and I'm definitely going to check that out. I just ordered that from Audible. So yes, actually, I got a later book in the series. This is the E-Myth Real Estate Investor, I believe.
Yeah, that's the one. Yeah, I've got that on Audible as well.
Yeah, awesome. All right, how has a failure or misstep set you up for later success?
Well, just making mistakes on property. I mean, not doing the quality of due diligence has made me very cautious and wanting to find out what's going on in a property. I want to ask the deal sponsor what kind of due diligence they've done, because especially on the Amarillo deal, there were quite a few things that we missed, as well as the inspectors missed. I guess the real one would be is not to totally trust inspectors, to really do a lot of due diligence on the inspectors and make sure they do a quality job, because there were things that I was really surprised the inspectors missed on the due diligence.
Wow, great one. Yeah, inspectors can be good or bad. Can you send us out with a quote to help forge our listeners as leaders and entrepreneurs?
Well, I always tell people you need to push yourself out of your comfort zone. That you don't grow in your comfort zone. You don't start growing until you're uncomfortable. So do things that are uncomfortable, and eventually those will be comfortable, and then you move on to the next. And then you push yourself again out of your comfort zone as far as learning new things, whatever it may be, new experiences. That's when you start really growing.
All right, excellent. And just one last question. I want to make sure that our listeners and viewers can reach out to you. So if you want to invest with Jeff Greenberg, learn from Jeff Greenberg, reach out to Jeff Greenberg, what is the best way to do that?
Well, you can reach me at jeff@synergetic.com, synergetic.com. You can go to my website with the same address, Synergetic IG. And also, I have some questions that you could ask deal sponsors. I have a little ebook at sigcre.com/sponsor. And you could read about some questions and things that you need to ask deal sponsors before you get into a deal.
Excellent. And I want to thank you so much for taking your time to share your knowledge and expertise and experience with our listeners. Thank you, Jeff.
And thank you very much. This was great. I enjoyed it.
My pleasure.